Hello world, my name is Becca Possible, and today I want to talk to you guys about Drupal and a little bit about me, of my background, how I came into being a Drupal developer, and how I got Acquia certified both as a site builder, which is your kind of base level certification, as well as the developer certification, which is the first tier in becoming Drupal certified. So my goal is 2024, having both the front end and back end specialist certifications so that I become Drupal certified and a Drupal expert. Now, technically, I've been a Drupal developer since 2014, so 10 years now, a little over, a couple months over 10 years, and I love it. I started out as a PHP developer, no framework or anything, just straight up PHP, and fell in love with Drupal as a framework and have just grown to love it even more every year that it comes out with a new major version. I started on Drupal 7. I think maybe I played around in Drupal 6 a little bit before becoming a corporate Drupal developer in Drupal 7. And then I've gone on to upgrade from 7 to 8 and 8 to 9 and 9 to 10. And I just, every time there's a major upgrade, it just is amazing. I love it. And I cannot wait for what's coming next with Drupal. It is going to be amazing. I went to DrupalCon this year in Portland and I was just blown away. I hope that I can help to participate in some of that contributions for the Starshot initiative. And I can't wait to have it come live. So in any case, I'm going to share my screen and set up Drupal, a very basic Drupal site for my personal use. It's going to be beccapossible.com. So eventually you'll be able to go to beccapossible.com and see everything that we're doing today. And hopefully, when I post this video, I will just post what I have, and we will just continue to make it better and better every time I have a new video, because I'm going to be doing things with this site and making it, better theme or better modules or doing something custom with it. I don't know yet what my plans are going to be, but we'll see. I also have plans for other sites that I want to do that you guys can follow along and tweak to be something that you can use for yourself. Or, I find the best thing for me as a neurodivergent, which just means I have ADHD and I am bipolar. So for me, learning anything is just best done if I just get my hands dirty. Get my hands in there, play around with it, see what it does, and make mistakes as I go and learn from those mistakes. And that's what I've been doing for the past 10 years, is just going in and playing, basically. And that's what makes it fun, right? Who doesn't have fun when they play? So in any case, I'm going to set up a basic site, and you guys are welcome to follow along with me any way you want, and we will go from there. So hopefully, this is my first time using this program, so hopefully this works well. So I, for my, what is this called, hosting company, I use IONOS, and so I have been on IONOS for, gosh, I don't even know how long, decades, forever. It was 1&1 before, and IONOS bought them out, and I could not recommend these guys more than just saying that they're fabulous. When you go and buy domains, you don't have to pay extra to have your data private, and which is a huge thing, and everything is all in one. You don't have to buy a new service or a new hosting platform or whatever those other companies call it if you have more than one website. I have unlimited domains, I have unlimited SSL, I have unlimited subdomains. My hosting space is huge. And so I'll never go to anybody else unless IONOS just suddenly dies. I mean, I don't know what else to say, but yeah, so I will, let's see. It's been a while since I've set up a site here, so I'm going to say it's going to be under websites and stores. And I'll have the link, my referral link for IONOS, and for CodeLobster, which is my IDE of choice for at home. I will have all of this stuff, links in the description below so that you guys can check it out. And let's see, let's create a new website, and we will go to Popular Open Source Solutions. And, you know, WordPress is obviously the most popular content management system, or CMS for short. I think most people probably, if they're watching this video, are familiar with what WordPress is. That is for people who want just a blog. You know, your basic, very basic site. If you want anything more than that, don't go to WordPress. It's not very secure. In any case, and I know that because we use WordPress for my husband's business, and right now the site is completely down because somebody hacked into it. So yeah, but anyway, go to Drupal, and they are on version 10.3.0 at the time of this recording, which is July 4th, 2024. So we can go install, and it will do kind of everything for you in the background. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, this is the first time I've set it up on IONOS in this format, but I do prefer to work locally and then push things up, and I'm not sure how that process is going to work just yet. But that's one of the things that we are going to figure out together in a subsequent video once I actually start doing things that need custom code and that need to have some version control in place. So my project name is, if I can spell my own name, Becca Possible. And, oh, no spaces, right. And it automatically comes up with a generic username that you could use. I'm good with that. So next. So now we get to pick our domain, which we want to pick my beccapossible.com domain, and click next. And now it says everything's good to go. And of course, if you wanted to change anything, you're welcome to change anything. Install Drupal, and let's just see what happens. And while this is running in the background, I will tell you guys a little bit about me. So I started out working for a university, like when I was in high school, and found out what the internet was all about at that point. And this was when the internet was new, fairly new, back in the 90s. I know I'm dating myself quite a lot right there, but anyway, so I just found and fell in love with HTML. That's, you know, that was the big thing back then in the 90s. It was all HTML, and there's maybe a little bit of CSS, maybe very, very little at that point. It was a lot of those graphics that turn like a spinning globe, or an opening envelope for your email. I mean, it was very, very bad UI, but in any case, that's what led me to web development, and I've been hooked ever since. Like I said, I started out as a PHP developer and moved into Drupal in 2014. Let's see, what else can I say about that, because I want to have this be, I don't necessarily want to speed things up if I don't have to, you know what I mean? But I will if I absolutely have to. So I have been working from home remotely since 2018. This is pre-pandemic, and I don't know that I ever want to go back into an office space. on the one hand, it's like a catch-22. On the one hand, when you're in the office, you seem like you don't have other distractions, but then you've also got other people to talk to you and come and all that stuff. And then meetings, you have to actually walk into a meeting or go find your meeting room or what have you. So for me, I just love working from home. If I need to do my laundry, I can do my laundry, and in between meetings if I need to. Meetings can be just one right after the other. I don't have to like run between meeting rooms and all that stuff. So yeah, I've really enjoyed being a remote worker for the past, do my math correctly, 6 years. So I don't know, I guess I will speed up a little bit through this, as it is taking a little longer than I was anticipating. So see you in a minute. They are now setting up the website, so it's currently installing, and I think we'll give it a few minutes. I think once it says it's done installing, then I can actually go to beccapossible.com and it will show us the initial hello world of Drupal. So yeah, it's going to be a few more minutes, so see you in a minute. Alright, so let's see. I am SSL certified already with this domain. I set that up first. They have a product called Domain Guard. I haven't used it, so I'm not sure what that does exactly. Let's go back. So if I go to beccapossible.com and I say edit website here, we'll open a new tab for us. And here is, oh, let me make myself smaller so I can get out of the way a little bit there. So this is the basic Drupal login screen. And if I go to home, you'll see it. We've got a welcome, congratulations, come for the code, stay for the community. That is our motto at Drupal. And then some information, getting started, next steps, that kind of thing. So very, very basic. So you go to login, use that username, and paste, and login, and now we can create a new login and save it. Now it will be Becca Possible. So here's our administration window. There is a lot, sorry for like dog hair in my mouth or something. There is a lot to the back end of Drupal, and if you're new to Drupal, it can be a little overwhelming. It's not quite as intuitive maybe as WordPress. If you're used to WordPress, they have a content section, structure, appearance, extend, configuration, people, reports, and help. One of the first things I like to do is go to extend, which adds or installs modules to extend site functionality, as the tooltip there says. And I like to add a few modules. This will actually show you all of the different modules that come in core, which is the base Drupal functionality there. And you can see what is inactive or active by default, activated by default, and what is something that you would need to maybe add. Like, for instance, if I wanted, I don't know, goodness gracious, I don't know where it went. There we go, the telephone field. So if I wanted to have people give me their telephone number as part of a contact form for some reason, I could click this and then down here, click on install, and that would install it for me. But in this case, I want to not do that, and I want to go all the way to the top. I want to add a new module. And I need to go over to Drupal.org and find modules that I want to install and get their URL. Now normally we would do this locally, and we would use Composer, and we would do things properly. I'm trying to be a little less technical for anyone who just wants to play around with it, so they could go into IONOS and do this way and just kind of play with it without having to have a local development environment. I will have another video, obviously, explaining what the local development environment is, how it works, all of that. But in the meantime, I can go ahead and go to, I'm already here on modules, and I can say works with Drupal 10 because we were on Drupal 10.3.0. And I can say I want the admin toolbar. That is one of the #1 modules that I prefer. So click on admin toolbar. That gives us a nice drop down effect of all of the different options available, so we can easily get anywhere in the back end without having to click on configuration and wait for that page to load, and then click on system and wait for that page to load, and then click on basic site settings or anything of that nature. We can just see everything nice and neat in the menu drop downs. So like I said, normally we would use Composer, and this would be the line you would use, but because we are using IONOS, we're going to go to View All Releases, and we're going to click on, where is it? What am I looking for? Is it read more for 342, and then we're going to right click on that download and copy link address. I like using the tar.gz downloads versus the zip because they are smaller. We will come over here and we will paste it and hit continue. And it will add admin toolbar for us. And now we can go install newly added modules. We can filter. We can see admin toolbar is here. We also want the extra tools, which allows us to easily flush cache. And I don't actually bother with the other two. Yeah, I just don't. So install. And now if we come up here, we get this nice drop down effect. We can also use this effect here if we wanted it on the side, but I generally prefer it to be at the top. And I will move myself back into the corner there. And let's see, I want to now go and install a few more things, and I will be back shortly. Okay, so I've added a few modules. Now we can go in and install them. And the first one I want to install is, let me move myself over to the other side. I think I'll have less issues over there. Is module filter. Oh, and it looks like we are missing jQuery UI autocomplete. So let's go over to the site here. Look for that. This should be in. Okay, here we go. Again, we hit read more. copy this link address, add the new module, paste it. Now, if we were using Composer, it would automatically add that for us. We wouldn't have to worry about it. One of the benefits of doing that. But again, I just wanted to give us an option of anybody who can't use Composer for some reason. Maybe they don't have a computer at home they can use. Maybe they're on a public network or a public computer or something along those lines. So this is just an option for them. So I will go back and filter by filter, and I will come over here and say, oh, now it's got more things missing. Oh no. All right, let's continue grabbing these other things. Okay, so now let's see if we have everything or if there's going to be more. Now I can get it. So now that I have everything, it's nice and no longer disabled for us. So now I can hit install, and then we'll ask if I want to install these other items. Continue. Let's see if I can't move this thing out of the way. Let's move you over here. Okay. And so now we can see everything by its category, and I love this. I think it's just so much more easy to see. Now, of course, right now everything's newly enabled, newly available, but we can go in and see what all I added. So I added the backup and migrate. We can add this one. I added Devel, which is a great tool for developers. This is not something you want to have on your public site. So I will probably leave it off and just do something locally with that. We have a lot of things like Layout Builder that we could use, Layout Discovery, obviously media library. If we had a previous version of Drupal that we wanted, we can use Migrate Drupal. Let's see, paragraphs. Oh, paragraphs, I'm missing a few things, so we won't update that one. Path Auto is another one, which gives us the ability to, instead of it just saying node 1, it can be something a little more SEO friendly. And let's see, what else did I do? Token and web form. Sorry if this is going like scrolling really fast for you guys. I just want to get through just these few things here before we start building the site. And I don't know, I know this video is really long right now, but hopefully, I keep getting dog hair in my mouth. I don't know why I have dog hair in my mouth. Okay, so these 4 modules were installed. Backup and migrate, Path Auto, Token, and Web Form. So now we can go in and see what all we have here. So here's our backup and migrate. We can schedule backups to happen automatically. So maybe just default Drupal database, backup destination, run every day, and keep 5. So wait, maybe keep 7, so we get a week's worth. Okay. So, and I could say, well, backup now if I wanted to, or restore an old backup if I had one, which I don't, obviously. And do some settings. I don't know. I haven't used this very much, so I don't do much else than that. Let's see. We have web forms. And we have a basic contact web form now. So if I go to here, I can see I have this great little contact form already built up for me. If I go to settings, I can say go to emails and handlers, and it will automatically email the confirmation to the current user, whoever's logged in, and the notification to whatever the site email address is. And if we go over to configuration system basic site settings, we will see that it has it defaulted to my Gmail address. Now I want it to be this email address. Same configuration. We will come back to this front page in a little bit. Oh, and let me put a space there, because my name is not one word, is it? That's funny. Anyway, so what were we doing before? Now I can't even remember. Oh, right, the web form. So that contact is already done. Now let's go in and go to URL aliases. And we have our contact. All of that stuff is already set up for us. That's great, but let's go to patterns. And let's add a pattern. And let's say our content, I want all of the articles to be, let me do that correctly, /blog/ and now let's browse available tokens. And if I move this up here, I can get information about the node, which is what a piece of content is called, is a node. And then I want to scroll down until I get to title. So now I see this is called node : title within these square brackets. If I click that, it'll automatically come over here. So now I can say it's a blog and it's node : title. And that's what I want all of my article content types to be. And this can just be blog. And I can save this. So now if I come over here and I create a new article and I title it Hello World. If I wanted to, I could add an image. Do a basic save, and then we find it's automatically blog and then a URL friendly version of the title. Hello World. One of the things that I don't particularly like about Drupal is that it automatically does your username, and I would rather it be my name, right? Not my username. So I can come over here and let's see, we have a lot of information that we can do here, which I do want to say that only administrators can register accounts on this particular domain, because I don't need anybody registering an account on my site. And let's see, that's all I need to do there. And I can also come over here to manage fields, or maybe I just go over to people. Let's try this first. And click on edit. And no, I thought there was a name field already in here, but I guess not. And so this is one of the things I'm talking about. Like, I've been doing this for 10 years and I don't know everything there is to know about it. So it's a lot to remember, especially as they add things and take things away with each iteration of major platform updates. So we're on Drupal 10 now, so things have been added and taken away. I'm not sure that that has ever been a thing. I may be just thinking of WordPress now, because the last site I built personally was in WordPress for my husband. So configuration, people, account settings. Let's do manage fields. Let's add a plain text field. And let's call it display name. And we will go with plain text. 255 is fine. Allowed number of values 1 is fine. Let's make it required. Not that anybody else is going to have an account in here, but maybe I will at some point have some administrators, some other administrators for doing blog content, or content administrators, not full site administrators. So now if I go over to people and I come over here and I edit, you can see at the very bottom is display name. So now I'm going to say Becca Possible is my display name, and I can put my time zone as, where is it? Los Angeles. I'm not in Los Angeles, but I am on the West Coast. And I guess I could pick a picture, but I think I'll do that later. You guys will just have to come to the site and see. And all of that information is still the same. So let's save this. And actually, because this is like user 1. So if you go to user 1, I don't know if I log out, do I see anything? Let's see if I say /user/1. Access denied. Okay. That is good. because I don't want that. And go there. And then if we come over to our structure and we go to content types and we go to article, then you can see that it's called article. If I wanted to, I could say change the name of this to blog article. Oh my goodness, I cannot type. My keyboard's a little off center from me. And news, and I could say blog articles for time-sensitive content like news, press releases, or blog posts. And I will just say for blog posts, because again, I did that path auto and said everything that's an article type is going to be /blog/title. So title is fine. And preview before submitting, optional, that's fine. If we come over here, it can be published, it can be promoted, it can be sticky, you can create a new revision, that's fine. Display settings, display author and date information. This is one of the things that we are going to change as a custom piece, because I don't want to display the username. I want to display the display name, which is new, right? So I'll create a custom module that will actually go in and do that for me, creating that new field for me, as well as updating the content type. So if we come back over here to article, menu settings, oh, and I didn't save that, so let me just back. Menu settings, we can have it as a main navigation. Default parent link currently is just home. I don't want that. I want it to go under blog. Or actually, I don't want it to be in a menu. Sorry. I don't want menus for these. So let's save this. And now we have the blog article. Use blog articles for blog posts. Oh, this is a lot. It is a lot. I don't have any kind of script or anything of that nature. I guess maybe some people do, and that's why they can just go through this stuff bang, bang, bang and be done. But I just decided to wing it. So, yep. And like I said, I will fast forward through things as needed. So now we can go in and go to our settings for our appearance. And I guess let me list it first. So it comes automatically with Olivero as the front end and Claro as the back end or administration theme. And you could change it to be something else if you wanted to. So if I go to settings for Olivero, I can say, oh, let's do user pictures and posts, user pictures and comments, verification status, shortcut icons. If I wanted to have a logo, I could upload a logo. The favicon or favicon, however you want to say it, is this little thing right here, and it is defaulted to obviously Drupal, but you could change it to your own if you wanted to. You could make the mobile menu available at all widths. And then we have a branding color. So I want to brand mine. They do have some nice out of the gate colors, but I do want to custom it to my brand. And if I go over to Canvas this one, then I'm going to come over here and paste, save configuration, and if we go back to the site, we see it's now this pretty blue. And we also see when we scroll down, we now have the menu like this. And then we go to the home page, we have our hello world. And I think if I go to content, yeah, there's our hello world article. So that's it for now. We will be back soon to go through all of the rest of the things that have to do with creating the site. This site is live. You will see it when you go to beccapossible.com. This is what you'll get. And yeah, we'll go from there. All right. See you guys in the next video. Remember that everything is possible. Just put your mind to it. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.